opportunity to sit down with the Speaker of the House is also a sign of hope, and then I can assure you in future we can do better than what we're doing today.
You have to be strong, you have to be steadfast, and let me borrow the word of Abraham Lincoln, who once said that we should study and wait, then the opportunity will come.
Special Advisor to the Governor on Women Affairs, Dr. Sheung Osamaye, commended the effort to reinstate the Children's Parliament, noting that the platform has been dormant for over a decade.
With the support of the Save the Children International and of course the support of our government, His Excellency Dr. Lucky Urimisan-Hayedatiwa, the platform has been revived. And the essence of the Children Parliament is to have an avenue, a platform for our children to speak about their ideas and aspirations, to advocate for their rights, to contribute to discussions that has to do with issues affecting their lives as regards governance in the state.
Also, the communications officer for Save the Children International in Ondo and Cross River States, Samuel Eyimufe, expressed his admiration for the initiative, saying the move is to address child labor. The new Children Parliament in the state is expected to be inaugurated as part of lined-up activities for this year's Children Day celebration in Ondo State. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
And the Ondo State House of Assembly has received the report of its ad hoc committee set up to investigate the remote causes of the crisis at Rufus Giwa Polytechnic Owo. The committee, after thorough deliberations and consultations, has made far-reaching recommendations aimed at restoring lasting peace and progress to the institution. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi again reports.
Following recent unrest and lingering issues at Rufus Giwa Polytechnic Owo, the Ondo State House of Assembly constituted an ad hoc committee to unravel the root causes of the crisis and provide sustainable solutions. Presenting its report at the floor of the House through its chairman, Stephen Abitogo, the committee recommended that the school management, workers' unions, and the student union should engage in regular dialogue in resolving internal disputes and promote institutional harmony.
The payment of 6 months' salary arrears of workers should be given utmost attention and priority by the concerned authorities. This will go a long way in resolving the fact that an hungry man is an angry man.
Also, to forestall future unrest, the committee advised the school management to adopt a more diplomatic approach when responding to agitations by union leaders.
School management, workers' union, and students' union, as well as some other concerned individual bodies, should collaborate with Mr. Governor through a courtesy visit with a view to presenting all the challenges that are facing the institution.
In a bid to boost the institution's internally generated revenue, other legislators who spoke tasked the school management on generating funds internally. The Speaker, Olamide Oladiji, while appreciating the committee for a job well done, promised to work closely with the executive arm of government in order to ensure implementation of the recommendations, aiming to restore stability and enhance the quality of education at the institution.
The government should invite all the stakeholders, the rector and the management team, the workers' union, and the council for a meeting to keep them abreast of the riot act as well as the penalty for the violators. Agree to?
It will be recalled that in April 2025, staff of Rufus Giwa Polytechnic Owo protested over unpaid salaries and the non-implementation of the national minimum wage, leading to an indefinite strike. Meanwhile, a bill for a law to amend the University of Medical Sciences Teaching Hospital Ondo State Law 2019 has also scaled through second reading and has been committed to Adult Committee on Health for scrutiny. Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi, Osrc News.
An All Progressives Congress aspirant for the House of Representatives seat, Samuel Ajayi, is intensifying consultations with members of his party in Idori Federal Constituency. He embarked on visitations to communities in Idori and Igbarauke as part of preparations ahead of the 2027 general elections. Blessing Obi reports.
All Progressives Congress faithful in the Idori Federal Constituency accorded the House of Representatives aspirant Samuel Ajayi warm reception as he embarked on a familiarization tour in the area. In Idori, APC leaders and stakeholders gathered to welcome him as he outlined his vision for effective representation and sustainable community development. Ajayi stressed the importance of party unity and collective progress. The consultation continued in Igbarauke, where Ajayi engaged party members and urged consistent participation in party affairs.
Chairman wa ní Ìdọ̀rẹ̀ lánàá kọ̀wé gan ní ọmọ tó bá ti dín nínú ọgbà kì í ṣiṣu yọ ọmọ ilé ni mí. Mo sọ̀rọ̀ kan lẹ́ẹ̀kan, màá encourage yín ni, màá gbà yín ní ìyànjú. Ẹ má sí mi. Ẹ ti wá sí ìpàdé olóṣèlú láàárọ̀ lọ́sàn-án lálẹ́. Ẹ̀tọ́ yóò tí ì tẹ̀yìn lọ́wọ́.
Stakeholders in both communities applauded his efforts, especially his commitment to youth empowerment and strengthening the party structure at the grassroots.
That's to be diligent and reach out to people because we don't know what's going to happen. That's what
More consultations are expected in other parts of the constituency as the 2027 elections draw close. Blessing Obi, Osrc News.
The Nigerian Red Cross Society, in collaboration with United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, UNOCHA, has distributed safety items to residents of the riverine communities in Ondo State. The national president of the association, Oluyemisi Adiaga, while handing over the items, said the intervention would not only help save lives, but also alleviate the suffering of those affected by flooding in the area. Omoriola Ngbiji reports that over 300 households benefited from the items.
Officials of National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, Ondo State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, the leadership of Ilaje local government and other relevant agencies joined the Nigerian Red Cross Society for the official presentation of non-food items to flood-affected residents of Ilaje local government area. Ondo State is one of the 3 states across the country identified as critically in need of such support to bring relief to the people.
Voluntary service, unity.
The national president of Red Cross Society, Oluyemisi Adiaga, expressed concern over the hardship faced by residents after floods washed away their property, disrupting their lives and future plans. While acknowledging that the support might not be enough, he assured that more interventions would come with the backing of relevant stakeholders.
Today's assistance embodies the very essence of our first fundamental principle, humanity. This principle reminds us that our purpose is to protect life and health and to ensure respect for human beings. It calls us to prevent and alleviate human suffering wherever it may be found.
The state chairman of the Red Cross Society, Sunday Adeniyi, along with representatives of NEMA, Koforola Shoneye, and its state representative, praised the national body of Red Cross and United Nations for their continued support, stressing that the gesture would significantly aid affected residents.
For this that you have done, I want to believe that you have been able to lay a very good and solid foundation for us as Nigeria Red Cross in Ondo State branch.
We are collaborators, we are partners and critical stakeholders. We are all disaster managers. Even though we pray disaster don't happen, it does happen, and then we have people who come and play the humanitarian part post-response.
What they are providing today is not just materials. It's something that is a lifeline that can help victims, the vulnerable, to keep on sustaining their lives.
Notable personalities, including the chairman of Ilaje local government, Maurice Olupenaye, pledged continued collaboration with the Red Cross and other agencies to enhance safety and disaster preparedness in the area.
On behalf of the management team of Ilaje local government and on behalf of the entire Ilaje people, both home and abroad, and on behalf of Ondo State as well, sir, we want to say a very big thank you to Nigeria Red Cross Society.
This is what they stand for, looking at the needs of the people, and they find a way to meet it. The little thing I have to, I wouldn't mind contributing to that.
Beneficiaries of the initiative expressed appreciation for the timely intervention. Items distributed include mats, blankets, jerry cans, buckets, dignity kits, and a flying boat donated to the Red Cross for emergency response operations. This boat will stay strong at the forward operational base of the Nigerian Navy in Igbokoda. Omoyola Muji, Osrc News.
At the biannual general meeting of OSBC Cooperative Multipurpose Society, a new executive team was elected to lead for the next 2 years. Mr. Biodun Bolaji emerged as president. Tolulokwe Oyebode tells us more.
The 2024-2025 biennial general meeting of the Ondo State Broadcasting Corporation OSBC Cooperative Multipurpose Society held at the OSRC premises provided a platform to review financial records and reappoint leadership for another term. All executive members, having served satisfactorily, were returned unopposed.
I promise before Almighty God and all the corporators seated here that we will be loyal, prudent in spending of society's funds, and I will abide with the regulation and the rules guiding the cooperative society in the state.
General Secretary Akin Olaitan pledged continued service on behalf of the team.
To our fellow cooperators, we want to thank you for your support in the past, and we also want to admonish us that we continue to support the executive for the betterment and the growth of the society.
Other elected executives include Idowu Adegoke as treasurer, Tunde Fadairo as auditor, and Ezekiel Omoniyi as welfare officer. The Director General of OSRC, Kenneth Odushola Stevenson, represented by his technical assistant Collins Olagundoye, tasked the cooperators to prioritize savings.
Sometimes people will say, the civil servants are buying this, they are buying houses, they are doing this. They don't know that they have been, keeping, investing into their future, and that is what you are doing. They have asked me to let you know that this is quite encouraging, and that he would like that you do more of it, and he will be there for you at any point in time.
Ondo State Cooperative Services urged members to prioritize and increase savings to strengthen the society's financial stability.
Building of houses, buying of cars, sending our children to good school, it is the true cooperative society. The money we are handing, if you want to save money in the bank, before a day runs out, commitment will come on the money you put in the bank and you spend it.
President of the society, Biodun Bolaji, assured members of renewed commitment to their welfare.
I'll work for them. I promise, I'll work for them.
As the new leadership begins its 2-year tenure, members anticipate greater prudence, transparency, and accountability. Tolulokwe Oyebode, Osrc News.
The National Body of Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, RETAU, has set up a 5-man caretaker committee to handle the affairs of the Ondo State Council following the dissolution of the State Executive Committee. The committee has Femi Dairo of NTA Akure as its chairman. Adirunke Adeboboye of Ministry of Culture and Tourism has been appointed secretary, while Akiaki Kube of National Commission of Museum and Monument as treasurer. Other members are Bode Ayejoto of Ondo State Radio Vision Corporation and Ramon Badamosi of Federal Radio Corporation of Nigeria, Positive FM. According to RETAU's National Secretary, Udo Akpaso, the newly constituted caretaker committee will be in office pending when proper elections are conducted in Ondo State. A former member of the Red Chamber, Dr. Bode Olajumoke, will on July 1 celebrate his 81st birthday in what promises to be a grandiose occasion. Central to the celebration is the Bode Olajumoke Education and Hospitality Initiative, established during his 80th birthday to commemorate his lifelong commitment to public service and human capital development. During a press briefing held in Akure, the initiative announced plans to mobilize resources towards providing educational opportunities for vulnerable populations across the country. OSRC's Abidemi Akerutoye reports that the renowned philanthropist, who was born in Lagos on July 1, 1944, hails from Imeri in Ose local government area of Ondo State.
As the prestigious 81st birthday of Dr. Bode Olajumoke draws near, members of the Education and Hospitality Initiative reflect on his remarkable contributions as a visionary leader who has dedicated his life to empowering others. Chairman of the board, Ade Ayeni, disclosed that the event in July will feature a series of impactful programs, including educational grants and bursaries aimed at supporting underprivileged students. He also said the process of selection will be transparent to identify deserving beneficiaries.
It is a kind of foundation which has been set up in honor of Dr. Bode Olajumoke because of his philanthropic spirit, which has generated so much positive energy all over the country. And we believe that it should have a legacy after him. We have decided that by July 1st, there will be a lecture in honor of Dr. Bode Olajumoke because that is birthday, 1st July, first activity. And we also think that other activities will come later.
Speaking in Yoruba, the convener, Dr. Bode Olajumoke, shared how the legacy of his father, who overcame humble beginnings, continues to inspire his passion for giving back to society.
Bàbá ò kàwé ṣùgbọ́n ó tiraka púpọ̀. Ọmọ máa sọ fún wa pé ọmọ ẹran tí ẹ mọ ẹni tẹ́ ń ṣe o, ọmọ àtàpátá dìde ní. Mo mọ̀ pé débi tí bàbá wà lọ́rùn sí ó ń wò wá. Pẹ̀lú àìní náà ni bàbá fi ràn wá lọ́wọ́ tán fi gbé wá dìde gbogbo àwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi àwọn àbúrò mi so ó ti wà nú ẹbí àwa mọ rírì nǹkan tí bàbá ṣe fún wa àpẹẹrẹ ni à ń fi sílẹ̀ sí pé ọmọ aláìní wọn gbọ́dọ̀ jẹyà nípa orí ọ̀fẹ́ tí Ọlọ́run fún wa.
Members of the initiative have pledged their full commitment to making the birthday celebration not just a festivity but a platform for meaningful impact.
Pray that God will give you long life, sir. We are here to support and to do whatever we can so that this education, endowment fund and hospitality will continue even after he had answered the call of Almighty, maybe in another 20-30 years.
The foundation that has been established in His honor will be strong, well established before we do the send forth, and that it shall continue to do what they have been doing, helping the vulnerable, the disabled, and all others. That is the whole essence of the foundation, and each one of us here is committed to making sure that this foundation will be had in all nook and corners of Nigeria and beyond.
As preparations intensify for the July event, Dr. Olajumoke's enduring legacy remains a source of inspiration, encouraging present and future generations to embrace service, strive for excellence, and leave a lasting positive mark on the world.
In sport, a downpour today disrupted outdoor sporting event at the